family. Welcome to the love stream. It is Sunday night, the 7th of August 2022. We are in the Lion season, the Leo season, and a bit of warm up with this medicine song.
Hear the lions calling, calling you, I'm calling you. Hear the lioness calling, she's calling you, I'm calling you. Her calling to reclaim your power, to reclaim your power. Her calling to reclaim your love.
This song will be very important this week.
Her calling to believe in yourself. You must believe in yourself, must believe in yourself. Her calling to trust yourself. Trust yourself, you must. Trust yourself, you must. Trust yourself. A calling to be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Inside and outside of you. Be true to yourself with your deepest feelings. Be true to yourself with your dreams. You must be true to yourself with your faith and believe. You must be true to yourself, yourself. You must be true to yourself. A calling to be a brave, courageous, spiritual warrior of rainbow of love and light in this great time of changes. To have strength and courage and a brave heart to face this chaos, times of changes. You must believe in us, you must know that we are here all the time, guiding everything. We are here, watching over you, guiding you, here with you. Just connect, and you will feel it. You will feel it. Connect.
You have no idea how much
We will be there.
every single word in this medicine song is so right for this week, family.
Call us with your intention.
Always call on spirit with your intention. Hello, family. It's good to be here with you again. It's good to shine the light with you again. It's good to spread the love with you again. There is so much I've got to share with you. I'm so excited about all the things I have to share with you today. I'm going like, where am I going to start? Oh my God, am I going to be able to fill it all in? It's a mind-blowing time we are now entering into. And it's going to get hotter and hotter with the days, and it's gonna get more and more intense. And this week we need to increase the level and the amount of ohms into a whole new level. This week we need an overdose of ohming, believe me. And for that we are bringing now the Mahamritanya mantra, of course, because it's so important to have it in the background. I mean what I say, okay? We are now on the 7th of August. We are now in the final third of 2022, the last 4 months, and it's going to get super intense, super eventful, super hot, super full on. The crescendo of the crescendo is kicking in, and it's not gonna ease up. It's only gonna continue and continue and continue and continue. So brave up, get your courage, get your strength, your spiritual warrior in. Use this Leo season to really soak in this needed and necessary energy of the lion, of the true authentic royal self. Use this Leo season to really get to know who you are, what you want, what you don't want. This is so important because yeah, it's gonna get very interesting moving forward from here. Hello to our beautiful family in the chat room, Bharat and Rukshika, thank you so much for your beautiful words. Dana, shalom. Rowena, hello Rowena, good to see you on the screen. Christy, hello. Carrie, hello. Tanya, long time I haven't seen you on our screen, Tanya, good to have you again. And Rebecca, hello. Fantastic, yay family. Hopefully more will join us soon. It's eventful time, I know, but yeah, hopefully we'll have some more fun in the chat room. It's always nice to feel that I'm not just talking to a camera and a screen, but there's actually human being souls sitting on the other side and smiling with me. So let us smile to the intensity, and let us smile to this crazy time, and let's smile when we wake up in the morning, and let's smile when we go to sleep, even if we had the shittiest day, because hey, we are alive. At the end of the day, we are alive. When I was contemplating this love stream, I was like, wow, there's so much, where am I gonna start with? And then I remembered that for a long time I haven't reminded us all of the big picture. And it's important to zoom out, because the micro, the nano details of the day by day and the week by week energy, it's so full on and so intense that it's important sometimes to pull out, just like in trading, just like in crypto, just in the charts. If you look at the 1 hour chart, the 15 minutes chart, especially in crypto, you can go nuts because it's like so volatile. But when you zoom into the daily, and then to the weekly, and then to the monthly, and then to the yearly, you're starting to get a much more steady and easy to understand picture. And such is this life as well, that we are living now in time that is extremely volatile, full of action, full of fire, full of energy, full of events. Everything is nuts, everything goes crazy. For some not, but majority yes. And if not yet, it will get more and more intense and active and crazy in some ways. If not in your personal life, then in the collective life. And so when you zoom out, it gives you that big mindset, that perspective to understand. And as I was contemplating this, actually I realized that it's actually quite suitable, because the energy of August moving forward, it has a lot of the concept of Uranus and Saturn in it. And Uranus is the out of space and beyond time and space, the alien from the higher dimension, higher frequencies, a whole new quantum leap jump. It's kind of like think like the center, the satellite of the space satellite suddenly picks up alien frequencies that it never picked up before, and it's like, what is that about? And a whole new paradigm shift. And so by taking you into the cosmos, we'll be able to understand it a bit better. So that's what I'm gonna start with. Let's start with the 3D. Let's bring the 3D in. There we go. And this is the 3D. Oops, sorry. Actually, yeah, let me move it like that. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's try. Let's see. Okay. So this is the solar system as you can see it right now. So here's the Earth, here's the Sun, here's the Moon, and we are preparing for the full moon. When is the full moon? Right here, when the Moon is in the opposition to the Sun. Right? So the full moon is coming up this coming Friday morning. Full moon in Aquarius. Okay? So let's go back to here and now. We are now on the 7th. There we go, 7th. Now it's 8 p.m. Okay. So let's scan the skies. What do we have? Mars has passed Neptune. It's now passing Jupiter. Okay. week, 2 weeks ago we had this Mars Jupiter, and 3 weeks ago we had Mars Neptune. So Mars is past Neptune, Mars is past Jupiter. We have Saturn here, we have Pluto up there. So the Earth have passed Pluto. Yeah, last week we had the Earth passing through Pluto. And where's Uranus? Regulus. There's Uranus. Now, why did I want to go to the 3D? Because I wanted to show you the big picture. So I'm gonna zoom out from our solar system. Boom. Meet the universe. Meet the universe. Okay, here's the galactic disk of the universe. Now, why am I showing you this? Because every 12,000 years, the Mayan calendar, in 2012, the Mayan calendar celebrated the end of the world. And nothing really happened, but we spoke about many times, many things have happened, and it is happening. Now, what is the Mayan calendar? Symbolizes cycles of 6,400 years. And so the way it works is that our solar system goes 6,400 years, 6,400 years, 6,400 years, 6,400 years. So altogether it's like a 24,000 year cycle of a wave, up, down, back up. And so this has ended, we went down 6,400 years, and now 6,400 years were coming up, and this is the cycle of 12,000 years, okay? From the moment we cross the disk to the moment we're crossing the disk is 12. What is that about? The software just crashed. Okay. We are zooming out again into... There we go. Cool. So, back to the disk concept. Okay, so you can see here is our sun. And what am I showing you? That the sun is now on the equator. It's crossing the disk. Now, what is this disk? It's a massive belt of photons, like energy, high frequency, thing that we went under it, and now we are crossing through it. Now, it's not like a passage of 1 year or 2 years. If this is 12,000 years, then think that this crossing it will be at least a few decades, of crossing through that slice of massive photon belt. So that's factor number one that is zapping our solar system, because we are now rising from the dark cycle of under the galactic disk into the light cycle of above the galactic disk, into enlightenment. Okay? So now as we zoom in, you can see how massive is the universe. This is how tiny Sirius is, right? And Sirius is a great central sun, basically, right? And by the way, today I had quite a revelation that I've kind of downloaded information that have kind of changed my perspective of the Lion's Gate quite a bit. Because originally the Lion's Gate is celebrating the time where the Earth, the sun, our sun, is in direct alignment with Sirius. And that basically is channeling the energy from Sirius through the pyramids, which are the anchors of the energy into the earth. And it's very interesting to understand that, the 8/8, the whole concept of the New Age celebration of this portal, which I myself have celebrated for many years, is that on this day we aligned, but Sirius is actually on the 14th degree of Cancer right now. So it kind of doesn't make sense. And also the other point that I've learned was that indeed the 8/8 is basically the Gregorian calendar. It's not really in alignment with the stars. It's not really walking by the stars. It's a calendar that was invented by the Roman Church, and it's based on odd numbers configuration that is not in precise alignment to the movement of the stars, of the planets, to the equators, to the solstices, the equinoxes. And so I had a bit of a moment today of wow, my Lionsgate illusion has just been smashed. But it actually makes a lot of sense, and I like it. I like it. It makes sense that it's a bit of a new age kind of concept that is actually not really what we think it is. Because once again, where is Regulus? Sirius, sorry. Sirius, where are you? Here is Sirius, right? So the real time of the Lionsgate, if at all, will be when Sirius aligns with the Earth. And so when the Sun aligns with Sirius. And so, put it like that, that was like 5-6 weeks ago when the Sun was on 14-degree Cancer. That was the real time when the Sun aligned with Sirius. Quite a fascinating fact, don't you think? Interesting. Revelation. Uranus. There's a lot of Uranus concepts. So now we're going into our solar system. Here is the square of Eris and Pluto, which we spoke about. This square is going continuously. Eris and Pluto 2020, 21, 22, because they have such massive cycles and they're slow moving planets. It takes a while until they are until Sirius will move out and Pluto will move out from this square. And basically what Sirius and Pluto represent, Eris. Eris is the sister of Mars. Eris is the goddess of war. Eris is the rebellion goddess that will, she will march the street, she will protest, but not for no reason, for just reasons, to protect the unprivileged, the injustice. She will smash the streets. And so 2020, think, what do we have since 2020? We've got the poo and all the lockdowns, everything's going on. And at the same time, we have like this Aries Pluto. Pluto in Capricorn. Capricorn, government, law and order, structure, authority, abuse of power, trauma, pain, fears, fear of death, all these things. Pluto also rules pandemic. And Aries, the marching in the streets, the protests, the speaking up for the wrongdoing, speaking up for the wrong actions, speaking up, And so you have all the people, the wise, brave warriors of truth and wisdom and integrity that are still speaking up, even though they have been mocked and laughed at and called names and alienated and anything you can think of, where many of us are still standing, still speaking truth, still saying sorry. I'm not buying into the bullshit. I see the truth. There is some form of corruption here, there's some form of abuse here, and this is basically unfolding still. As we zoom in, we can see from the point, what is going on? This is very interesting. Okay. From the Sun point of view, Jupiter is about to cross from Pisces into Aries. Jupiter right now is on the 29th degree of Pisces. You can see it right on the line. It's like, I'm about to finish my journey in Pisces and go into Aries. And so this is kind of interesting because Jupiter is the Santa Claus, is the good fortune, the blessings, the wisdom, the knowledge, the gifts. And it's in the final degree of Pisces, the divine intervention, the divine love, the angels and the light beings and the guides and the teachers and source energy, God energy, spirit energy. So through all this darkness that we are going through in the background, from the point of the Sun, Jupiter is holding on this. The divine is overwatching. The angels are here with us. The divine is holding space. Spirit is holding space. But it also highlights the propaganda, the media. It's all Pisces, right? So Jupiter in Pisces, like a lot of media, a lot of propaganda, a lot of deception, a lot of illusion, a lot of lies, a lot of black magic, a lot of white magic, what is true, what is false, confusion, escapism. Many people choose to escape a lot rather than to connect a lot. And so the medicine that can get us through this time is actually using this, from the sun point of view, Jupiter at the end of Pisces, of taking a moment every day, even if it's 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Speak to spirit. From your heart, in the Christian culture, they have the whole concept of going to church and confessing to the priest. Oh, Father, forgive me, I have sinned, I have done this and this and that and that. Now, when you take the religious context out of it, really what it does, it allows the soul to speak to God, to speak to spirit, and speak from the heart, from the soul, and saying, I need more blessing, or I need forgiveness, or I need this, or I need that. In the shamanic tradition, the Native American tradition, they sit in the teepee and they roll the sacred tobacco as they give thanks for their life. It's a whole ritual of rolling a big cigar of tobacco, sacred tobacco, and as they roll the tobacco, they say, I give thanks for my family, I give thanks for my life, I give thanks for this, I give thanks for that. It's kind of like, find a way to connect with spirit through all this chaos, through all this madness, through all these challenges. You don't need to pay for it. You don't need to do anything for it. You don't need to be a shaman or a healer or a guru or a yogi or a meditator or a priest or a religious person or nothing. You can speak to spirit as you water your plant. You can speak to spirit as you cut your food. You can speak to spirit as you drive your car to work. And it's like you don't need a certain blurb. You need to speak in your own language, in your own way. Just take a moment and speak like you're talking to your best friend or you're talking to a stranger. It's like, spirit, give me some strength. I need strength. Give me some love, cleanse my fears away. Last night I sat and had dinner in a good place. I like to have food there. And there was a young girl that sat next to me, and she was very disturbed. She was sitting next to this boy, and they were both very disturbed. And I was watching them. And then another young man came and sat, and we're having this nice chat. And it's funny enough, because they're both starting to ask me questions, and I'm giving them guidance. And so that's the thing, we're always in service. And I tell her, are you alright? You seem very disturbed. And she's telling me a story about this druggy girl that came. She's a waitress there. And this druggy girl came the other night, and she didn't give her a hug, and suddenly it turned into these massive threats. And she's gonna bring the bikies on her, and threatening her, and wanting to do things to her, and cursing her, and she's living by herself. She's all afraid, and her friend next to her, and she's bullying them on text, and they're all shaken, and they're all this. And I was like, hey, listen. First of all, you are feeding it. Why you're feeding it? You have me, I sit here, I'm spreading this positive energy to you. It's like, we're talking, I'm giving you some tools, I'm trying to bring you into positive vibe, and you go back there. So I gave her the tools of just visualize the golden sphere of light for protection. And she says I'm just afraid, I don't feel safe, I'm afraid she's gonna come and do something to me. I was like, stop it. Notice what you say. You are invoking that which you don't want, which you are afraid of. Instead of that, stop right there and say, I am safe and protected. And immediately she went I am safe and protected. And suddenly she was smiling. And I told her, and I didn't know if she's spiritual or not, so I go and if you like the angels, you can speak to the angel. And suddenly she went for it. She was like, Archangel Michael, please keep me safe and protected from this woman. Take her away from me. I was like, well done. Well done. And so, this is what I'm talking about. It's kind of like, as humans, we are very challenged in this time. And we need to gain our support from spirit. We need to connect with spirit. And through this connection to spirit, we will find those things we need. Support, trust, faith, courage, strength, love, peace, calmness, centeredness, trust. Just knowing that no matter how hard your life may be, no matter how challenged you may be, you're gonna be okay. Because when you connect with spirit, it reminds you that it's all a part of your soul journey. And everything is always guiding you towards a better place, even though the temporary may be uncomfortable. So this is this Jupiter at the end of Pisces. I can go on and on and on. There's so much I want to share with you. And as we cruise in, the dynamic of the personal planets. So this week we had this very interesting concept, because what's happening? We had this big week last week of Mars conjunct Uranus. Can you see it? Yeah. Mars is now breaking out of Uranus. It's still with it. You will see it in the chart later on. But if we take it back, here it is. Right? Here is the alignment, Earth, Mars, Uranus. And at the same time this was happening, there was squaring the moon nodes, the south node and the north node of the moon. And who else was there? Yeah, that was it basically. This was it. Like we had like the Sun in Leo, Uranus in Taurus, Mars in Taurus. So Mars-Taurus conjunction with the nodes of the moon, squaring the Sun. And if we'll see it from here, you can see the 90-degree square. Tum, 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 tum. That's the square. Okay? So you had like the line between the Earth and the Sun. And you had the line from the Earth, Mars, Uranus. And then you had the line into the Earth. Very, very intense. And so this entire month I'm going to show you a lot of things that are basically around Uranus. And can you see Saturn? Let me fix the screen. Let me fix the screen so you can see it all. Okay, there you go. So this month there is a lot going on between Saturn and Uranus. Okay? And the idea is that if we go to Uranus point of view, which is very far. Let's go out to Uranus. Here's Uranus. And so you can see that here's the square between Saturn and Uranus, and it's kind of, this is the final time. In 2021 they squared 3 times. Now they square from the point of view of the Earth. Okay, so you can see now, here is the Earth, and you can visualize this line going from Uranus to the Earth and from the Earth to Saturn, and that's the square. Okay, and so now as the Earth came in her circle here, this square is triggered for the 4th final time. And this square between Saturn and Uranus was the theme of 2021. It's quite an intense thing, because what's gonna happen is that everything is gonna touch base with Uranus. So Mars touch base with Uranus, and then Mars touching base with Saturn. The Sun is touching base with Uranus this coming week. We're gonna have a Sun-Uranus square, and then the Sun is gonna be with Saturn. The Moon is gonna be with Uranus, and then the Moon is gonna be with Saturn. Venus is gonna be with Uranus, and then Venus is gonna be with Saturn. So all the planets are kind of touching base Uranus and then Saturn. And the full moon itself, if we go to the full moon, here's the full moon. Okay, the moon, the Earth, the Sun, that's the full moon. The full moon itself is squaring Saturn. So we have like Sun, Earth, Moon, Uranus, that's a square. And at the same time that they are squaring Uranus, the moon itself, it's gonna be hard to show you this unless we go from the bottom. Can we see it like that? It's hard to see because the moon is hiding. There we go. But basically on the full moon, the moon is conjunct Saturn. So the moon is gonna be with Saturn as the Sun is gonna be, where are you, Uranus? I got vertigo. While the Sun is gonna be with Uranus. So Sun Uranus, a Sun square Uranus, Moon conjunct Saturn. Very, very, very interesting. So again, why I wanted to bring you the 3D first this week, because I wanted to remind you that in the big picture we are passing through this galactic disk equator. Okay? We are crossing through it. It's massive, massive zapping energy, high frequency, transcendence, enlightenment, call it in many names which you want to call it. But we are crossing this massive, massive blanket of energy. That's one thing. Because we are crossing this massive blanket of the energy, our sun itself is going through massive, massive transformation, because it receives all this energy is operating on our sun. So then what's happening on the sun? We've got like massive X-ray solar flares. We got massive, the sun is now in the ground. The dog is happy again. Every time I'm doing live stream, the dog is happy. I didn't hear him all day long. The sun is basically receiving a lot of energy as we move through this galactic disk, and then the sun is being cooked by this microwave, so the sun is then coughing energy, and on top of the solar system, the entire solar system going through the galactic disk, our sun, which becomes more active, is shooting more energy towards the Earth. So we are receiving these constant new light codes from the galactic disk and from our own sun. What's going on over there? And that's interesting. The dog is interesting. I think he wants to be heard. Hey doggy, come over. Alright, so the doggy. That's interesting, huh? Now, this is the chart of now, okay? And here is the sun on 14 degrees Leo, okay? And Venus 24 degrees Cancer, and Mercury 5th degree Virgo. That was a big shift of this week. Mercury moved to Virgo. Venus is now at the end degrees of Cancer. The sun is right in the middle point of Leo. Mars 22 degrees of Taurus, breaking out of this Uranus square. Uranus conjunction. It's breaking out of it now, but the North Node and Uranus are still together. We spoke about it a lot 2 weeks ago. Here is Aries, which I showed you before with Pluto. So here is Aries 25th degree Aries. Yeah, so again, the goddess of rebellion and protest and march in the streets and speaking out against the suppression, against the stuff. She's in Aries. The self, fire, ego, everyone wants to be expressing themselves. Social media is bombarded by voices, by people sharing, which is good and bad, because it means information and disinformation and all that thing. You have to use a lot of discernment. But as Aries is in Aries, 25th degree, it is squaring Pluto, 26th degree. Okay, so that's that square I showed you between Pluto and Aries. And as Pluto is now retrograde. Chiron, 16 degrees of Aries. Jupiter, retrograde, 8 degree of Aries. Neptune, 25th degree of Pisces. Juno, 20 degrees of Pisces. Saturn, 22 degrees of Aquarius. And the moon right now is in Sagittarius. Okay, now notice we are in deep retrograde season. All the red are the nodes retrograding. Aries retrograde, Chiron retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Neptune retrograde, Juno retrograde, Vesta retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Pluto retrograde. R. Retrograde season, and guess what? On the 25th of August, Uranus is going retrograde as well. And then in September, Mercury will go retrograde. And Mars will go retrograde in Gemini. So, say, kind of middle September into October, we are in In the same time, Mercury and Mars will go retrograde, Pluto station in direct. There's gonna be like, a lot is coming our way. A lot is coming our way. But let's focus on now. So, what are we looking at in the now? First of all, I hope everyone went well through the last few days. It wasn't the most comfortable few days because if I take you a few days back, here it is. On Saturday early morning, so you could feel it from Thursday night, from Friday morning into Saturday, Friday and Saturday. The moon entered Scorpio on Thursday night, late night, and so all the night of Thursday into Friday, moon in Scorpio. It's her least favorite place to be in, because in Scorpio the moon is feeling all the deep feelings, pains, fears. It's intense, it's uncomfortable. And then basically the moon came together with the south node of the moon in Scorpio, which is kind of like all the past suddenly is coming up. Intense feelings that got to do with your past in this lifetime and beyond, because the south node is past lifetime as well. So a lot of karmic things coming up for you to process Friday, Saturday. And as this is happening, it is in opposition to Uranus and the North Node, which is kind of like this future destiny is calling. Uranus is bringing electricity into it, some abruptness, some kind of uneasiness, things suddenly happening. You may feel unsettled, uneasy, a bit nervous, a bit anxiety, because things are not stable. It's Taurus. Uranus is challenging the Taurus. Things are not so stable. You may not feel so safe. You may not feel so secure. You may feel that there's kind of like imminent changes knocking on your door and you don't know what to do about it. And then that triggers the past Scorpio moon, south node, past experiences of when you experienced it before. And then it brings up old fears and old anxieties and old traumas and old things coming up. Shame, guilt, betrayal, abandonment, cheats, lies, Scorpio territory. And as they have this opposition, there's a grand square. Look at this red. The community on Telegram, I've updated them yesterday. I gave them a massive download if you read it or not, and on Patreon actually as well. And this grand square is these red lines, as you can see. So we've got this opposition, and both of the oppositions are squaring Saturn retrograde in Aquarius and the Sun in Leo. And so the Sun in Leo is not really having the greatest Leo season, because it wants to go out there, it wants to do its thing, it wants to shine, it wants to feel great, it wants to live from the heart, it wants to create its own royalty, kingdom, sing its own song, let everyone know who she is about, who he is about, and what they want to do and what they want to create. But it faces the past that we just mentioned, and then it's facing this kind of like unexpected future, like I don't know what to do, I don't know how it will unfold, and I don't know what comes up next, and all this thing. And then on the other side you got Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn is kind of like the structure, the plan, long-term plan, long-term karma. Saturn rules Aquarius in the old astrology. In the modern astrology, Saturn rules Capricorn, but in the old astrology, Saturn ruled Aquarius, and Aquarius is about the future, and Aquarius is about people, the world. How do we relate to the world? How do we connect with the world? What kind of a world we want to live in? Which kind of people do we want to live with? It's kind of like... how can I be the different being that I am in a way that can connect with others, and what kind of others do I feel like I want to connect with, and what kind of people... Aquarius is also cold, so it's kind of like what kind of people I don't want to connect with anymore, what kind of people I'm not relating to, What kind of people are out of my life? Chop, chop, cut, cut, out of the structure, out of the plan. Thank you very much. It's kind of like Saturn is like the cold judge. He just makes the calling, like boom, boom, boom. That's it. But blood, please, blood. No, that's it. So jobs, this is the fixed signs. Okay, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. It's kind of like it's this fixed grand cross. So it's very, very important, very powerful. And in general, I wanted to say, if in your personal chart, if you have any planets on the 18th degree of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, those planets will be very activated, and they can indicate to you how it personally impacts you. I've got my Chiron on the 17th degree Taurus, so my wounded healer has been going through like zap galore to, if I bring the personal example to show you, if my Chiron is here when Uranus and North Node and Mars were conjuncting, it's kind of like the needed action that is revolutionary, maverick, enlightening, out of nowhere, realization, transcendence, to break out of the wounding cycle Chiron, out of the pain body Chiron, into the medicine healing key Chiron. Chiron is not just the wound, Chiron is also the key to the healing. That's why the symbol of Chiron is the key, because he's reminding you of your wound and he's bringing the wound into your life in order for you to connect the dots and to realize what is this wound is about and how you can transcend through it and heal it and learn from it and grow from it. So it's like it's your own personal master. It's your own personal master Yoda. It's keep on teaching you the lessons around your wound. And so that's for me, depends what it is for you. If you have some planets on the 18 degrees of Taurus, that will be even more intense for you, because that's where the big thing happens. But the Leo 18 degree and the Scorpio 18 degree and the Aquarius 18 degree will be affected by that. Let me look at the chat room. Who is here with me? Hey, Janeline. Hello, Janeline. And Jules. Hello, Jules. Amy, fantastic to see you again. Amy sending positive, happy energy to everyone. Great, Amy. That's the Leo season. Alana, hello, Alana. And Nick and Tonya. Hello, I love you so much, Nick and Tonya. Champions. And John Hermao, hello. And Val Sky. I believe and understand what you're saying. Thank you for clarifying this. Fantastic, Val Sky. You've been through so many struggles for many years, and now I truly believe that it's my destiny to go through these life lessons. Of course. The funniest thing about this time is that even if you don't believe in it, you still have to go through it. Hola, hermano Stefan, and I hope that Manita Roxy is with you as well. I'm sending you love. I missed you guys a lot. And as I say that, I remember our last hug in the park. And awesome, fantastic, cool. Val, you're very active on the chat room. That's great. Thank you for that. Alright, so I've showed you the big picture to remind you like what the solar system is going through. Then to show you what the sun is going through and how it affects the earth. And now we're zooming in and we're zooming in. And so this is what brought us to this love stream this Saturday, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, where we had this grand cross of the Moon, South Node, Mars, Uranus, North Node, Sun in Leo, Saturn in Aquarius. So a square is a challenge that is being forced on us in order for us to break through. And so the challenges that we are facing now, they didn't come to abuse us. They have come to say like, hey, we are really, really, really challenging you right now because it's really, really, really important that you make changes. You must make changes. What kind of changes? Well, last week, if we go a few days even further back, we had the famous triple conjunction on Tuesday, the 2nd of August. Mars, Uranus, North Node in Taurus. We spoke about a lot 2 weeks ago, But this is very rare event. This happens once in thousands of years. It doesn't happen. The last time Uranus met the North Node in 18 degree Taurus was 1682. So that's like 350 years or 370 years. That's a lot. Let me just drink a bit. So you can say that maybe like more than 2000 years of incarnations, the new moon nodes, past lifetimes, future destiny, thousands of years of incarnations are basically now Mars coming to do that action of Uranus, transcendence, enlightenment, breaking free, rebelling against the past. Taurus, routine, the way we perceived safety, the way we used to think what is valued, what is valuable. Maybe, and it's in everything, it's maybe you valued safety as owning your own home. But now you live in a time that the multi-decade trend line of the real estate market has stopped growing up, and it's even stopped flattening. It is now starting to go down. Now, if you listen to Future Awareness Report 5 years ago, which we were still there, and I said like it's time to get rid of real estate, not a financial advisor, but that's what I read by the stars, time to get rid of real estate at the peak, sell at the top. Some people sold, some people waited longer, some people are selling now, but soon enough it's going down. Now it's already gone down, and it's a global thing, and so maybe more than 2000 years of human beings looking at real estate as an asset of safety and value, maybe that's gonna change a lot in the coming years. Let's talk about money. Taurus, money, finance, economy. Here comes Mars and Uranus and North Node and saying, sorry, this dollar, it doesn't work in the future. You can't take the dollar with you to Venus. Nah, sorry. Gold and silver, yeah, it might work well on the Earth, but do you see yourself flying in the spaceship to deep space with a bag of silver coins? What can work in the future? Into space travel humanity, into galactic humanity, into futuristic high-tech humanity. Maybe it's Bitcoin? But Bitcoin is going down. What, are you crazy? You really gonna buy Bitcoin now? It's like, yeah. Every day is a good day to buy Bitcoin, because if you focus on what Bitcoin is doing today, you're missing the whole picture. Zoom out, realize Bitcoin is the future money. In the future, there will be no dollar, there will be Bitcoin. So you still comparing Bitcoin to dollar is an attachment that we will be forced to let go of in the coming years. At the moment, Bitcoin is valued, what is it, 34,000 Australian? I haven't looked at it for a few days, which is a good practice to do, you know? Don't look at it every day. Especially when, I mean, it's been interesting to watch Theta. Theta has been blasting, which is nice to see. But Bitcoin right now is at 33,180 Australian dollars. Right now. But maybe, with all this energy that is coming our way, maybe the economy is gonna crash. Maybe the dollar is gonna crash. Maybe government money and old financial market money is not gonna be as valued in the future. Maybe. Why? Because Uranus has come to Taurus and it says like it's time to revolutionize this money, this finance, this economy. Time to revolutionize. Time to create something new, high-tech technology. You have advanced enough. You've got internet, you've got computers, you've got mobile phones. We are preparing for space travel. We are preparing for exploring the cosmos. We are preparing for artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, robots. 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Today I was thinking to myself as I was in soccer match, watching my son, filming him. Saying, is it amazing? I remember when I was 16 years old, 15 years old, which is like 25, 26 years ago. We didn't have these things. And I used to go to my friend, 20 minutes walk, to knock on his door to know if he's home. Hi, how you doing, David's mom? Is David home? Oh, he's not around? Okay, thank you. Tell him I was here. When you go back home. These days, like, why is he not answering me? I called him 2 times. So I was thinking, how amazing that we use these devices in such a normalized way, as if we forgot that like 10, 15 years ago, only if you were rich, mega rich, wealthy, you had like this fancy mobile phone. Today, you don't need to be rich or wealthy, you can have mobile phone, no problem. So in the same way, take yourself 10, 20 years forward and you can see how we are using flying cars, how we are traveling to space, how there is robotics doing surgeries, complicated operations. It's already happening, right? And so that's what Uranus came to do in Taurus, a revolutionary, beyond time and space, technological, high-tech, futuristic in Taurus, physical reality. In the medicine, in the medical system, in the values, in the family structure. You look at these days, there's no more like the organic family nest. Wow, I knew this love stream will go into so many places, I just knew it. Today you have bisexual couples raising kids, IVFs of gays, IVFs of lesbians, IVFs of transgenders. You've got so many varieties, open relationships, people that live with 6, 7 different partners, a community kind of partnerships. You've got so many different kinds of families that it's no longer just the husband, wife, kids, grandkids, death. Let's look at that, for example, Then you look at the job market, You used to be like, you used to be a factory worker 30, 40 years ago. Now you are an entrepreneur, you are an investor, you are a creative person, you are working in your passion no matter what it is. If you're a therapist or a healer or a property developer or a fashion designer or an interior designer. I heard there is a show on Netflix called Designing, something like How to Make a Sex Room. And think about that. There's people who make money from designing sex rooms for other people. Taurus sexuality. And the entire sexuality has been like revolutionized and opened up into a whole new dimension. It's like, wow. People now buying sex robots. Just like they're starting to create sex robots. Literally like dolls that looks like humans speak to you. They can say to you the things you like to hear, and they can do to you the things they like to do to you. It's not my kind of thing, but it exists. Think, how many young women, if you like it or not, sad or happy or bummer or good thing, how many young girls managed to create a career for themselves being a webcam girl. They sit in their room with a computer and a camera, and they're doing like relationship with strangers of technology online. Tinder, Bumblebee, all these applications of dating, it's like this is what Uranus came to do in Taurus. There is like robots doing complex spine surgeries now, which is very dangerous in human hands because of you can just like tiny little mistake and you can paralyze the person. It's just, there's just a lot of fascinating things, We've just received pictures of a telescope in deep space. Technological innovation that we've created on Earth in order to reach far dimensions in space. Uranus in Taurus. Whew. Now, Uranus is taking a big part in this month. It's very interesting to know this, and to remember, the concept that in 2021 we had a square between Saturn and Uranus 3 times, okay? Happened in March, in June, and in December. Perla, hello Perla, woohoo! And April, hello. April, I love you too, April. Thank you, my darling. You're looking brighter and beautiful, more beautiful every time I see you, April. You're doing a great job on yourself. What did you write here? The sound healing last week was great, huh? You know, it's fascinating. Here is a good example. Not everyone knows that, but on the new moon in Leo, I nearly died. For real. I had a gas leak in the house for 5 days, and I didn't know about it. It was on small but continuous dose. Let me just fix the Mamritanya mantra. I don't know how much we're gonna get through today, because I'm going into so many places that I didn't even plan. I'm not even going by my list. Oh my god. So I had 5 days of small dose but continuous gas leak in the house, and I didn't know about it. And with the days, I became more lethargic and more fatigued, and I was like, what's going on with me? Because I had the cold the week before, I thought I'm not shaking the cold. I was like, wow, I'm taking my medicine, my vitamins, my herbs, my soups, my good juices, and why am I not shaking it? Suddenly on Thursday night, the night of the new moon, after I recorded the new moon, which in the new moon I actually struggled. I could hardly breathe. And if you listen to the recording, you can actually hear me breathing in that recording. And I was like, I had very shallow breath, and my voice didn't when I was guiding, it didn't come out like with a voice like now. It came out like that. All I could do is just whisper the guidance. It's like, what's going on with me? And then I finished the recording, and I did the mix, and I had some distortion in that recording, and I posted it as in the best way I could, and my energy was zapped. And I came downstairs and I was like, what is happening to me? I'm getting really worried. And I stood in the kitchen, and suddenly I was like, I smell gas. Then I went to the stove, and the stove is off. But I opened the drawer under the stove, and suddenly I got hit by a cloud of gas. And I was like, far out. There was technicians fixing the gas on last Friday. That means that since Friday until Thursday, the new moon, I was breathing gas. Straight away I googled the symptoms of gas leak, and it's important everyone will know, just in case, God forbid, it happens to you too. All the symptoms I had: difficulty breathing, fatigue, lethargic, digestive system was running like hell. I didn't understand what's going on. Headaches, coughing. I was coughing. I was like, why am I coughing like that in the middle of the night, coughing? Anyway, bottom line, thank God I discovered that. Turned off the gas, called the technician the day after, and it was fixed. But yeah, it was funny because I actually, myself, the Leo New Moon recording, it happened to me a few times in the past, but I actually didn't feel great about it. I had my own criticism about it, and I was like, I was breathing there, and I was this, and I was this, and I was that, and then suddenly I'm getting these messages. I got messages on that night and the day after. Thank you, this was the most amazing medicine, that was a great journey, I was like, unbelievable. Every time I allowed myself to doubt what I've created, or I put myself down for it, or I criticize myself, on those specific times I get the most messages. So thank you, April. It's very good to get your feedback. It's good to know that. Back to the astrology. Okay, come on, let's get going. So this was last week coming into now, the triple conjunction, very intense, super intense. And then we went on, and then we had the Grand Cross on Friday, Saturday. The moon, opposition to here, as Mars is breaking out. And then notice what's happening. So Mars was with Uranus, okay? Mars conjuncted Uranus, and then Mars is moving forward, and what is he doing? It is squaring 22 degrees, Saturn. So that's this dynamic I'm telling you about August. Comes Mars, it wants to take action, it must take action with the North Node for the future destiny. With Uranus, it has to be revolutionary, breaking through routine, trying something new, breaking free. And it's squaring, and then it comes, and then it squares Saturn. And so Uranus is kind of like freedom, rebellion, the people, break free, do what you want to do, be yourself, don't mind about anything, just do it. But then comes Saturn and says like, hold on. Be responsible. There's a structure to follow, there is a plan to follow, there's some things you need to do before you do what you want to do. For example, right? So basically, give you an example, when Mars was with Uranus, I was basically being ghosted by, discarded, ghosted, ignored completely by a professional service provider that I'm paying a lot of money to in my personal situation in my life. They were completely mistreating me, ignoring me, abusing me in some way, ghosting me, treating me like shit. And me sitting in Taurus thinking like, I deserve better than this. What is this bullshit? What is this? But with Mars and Uranus, I warned everyone, do not explode. Do not show your anger. Do not do this because it can be very explosive. Be calm, be patient, take mature action. Take action that can break free but not burn the house. And that's what I did. I didn't give them anything. I remained silent. I waited for response and acknowledgement for something I paid them a lot of money, and they ignored me, and that was Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. And on Thursday I met for a coffee with a dear friend, and the dear friend told me, fuck this, take this number of a good friend of mine, she's also doing that service, go for it. I called that lady, and wow, great energy, felt great about it, felt good. And on that night, on that phone conversation, after 50 minutes of talking to that woman, I was like, I'm going for it, let's go. A day after, as Mars comes off Saturn, the other one got fired. You're out, I'm done with you. I didn't give you shit, I didn't scream at you, I didn't yell at you, I didn't tell you what I think about you. I actually just did the mature thing, the professional thing, the thing that honors me and values me, and just didn't give you anything. I just went to a new place where I am valued, where I feel better, where I feel good about it. Thank you very much. And now, as this week comes through, Mars will oppose Saturn. It's like, okay, now that we've took that action, now there is some responsibilities we need to fulfill. Let's do the work. I need to sit with this woman, we need to do the work, we need to prepare a lot of things. There is a big week ahead of me, without going too much into personal details. But yeah, this is like Saturn rules the legal system, law and order. Saturn rules the authorities, your boss, your father, the patriarchal masculine figure in your life, figures of authority in your life, if it's a colleague or a boss or a family member or the government or the council or the real estate agent or the bank manager. It's an Aquarius, it can be cold, but it needs to follow a structure and a plan, and it's gonna be like, hey warrior, I know that you want to break free, I know that you want to do all that you want to do, but if you want to get there and if you want to achieve that, let's work on a plan. Let's have a plan, let's be responsible, let's do it with due diligence, with maturity, because it's Aquarius, it's for the long-term future. Now Aquarius rules Uranus, Uranus rules Aquarius. So the fact that Saturn is in Aquarius doing that kind of hold on, while Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, is in Taurus doing like revolution, break free now. Saturn is like, I know, I hear you, Uranus. I hear you, Mars. I hear you, North Node of the Moon in Taurus. I can hear you. The future is calling. I hear you, but before we create something new, and as we create something new, we need to make sure we are doing it right. Now, Mars in Taurus is also in that nature too, because it's slow in Taurus. It's sustained power. It's like, you don't go to run and you run sprint. No. You run in a marathon. Mars in Taurus is running a marathon. You pace yourself, you're running steady, constantly but steady, and you're running 1K, 2K, 5Ks, 10Ks, but you're still running in the same rhythm, you're still achieving your goals, you're still marching towards that final line, but you're not like sprinting and then dying and then sprinting. No, you are steady towards the goal. So Mars in Taurus is kind of like, it's happening. We are taking action. It's not happening like in Aries, Mars in Aries, boom, 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 boom. No. In Taurus is like, okay, let's do it safe, steady, make sure it's really kind of valuable. It needs to be really in good quality, Taurus. Don't just build, okay, you've decided to redesign your house. So in Aries you went and you start throwing all the old furniture out, and you start taking all the wallpaper off the walls, and now the house is naked. And now Mars in Taurus is like, okay, so we need painters, we need electricians, we need gardeners, we need a designer. Okay, let's have a plan. And then Saturn's like, yeah, but let's have a plan. You can't just paint the wall in that color without matching it to the sofas and the furniture you're gonna buy, otherwise you're creating a mess. Uranus is like, why not? So what if we have pink sofas and brown walls and black tiles? Like, no. And so Mars is like, no. Saturn is right. We need to plan this right. Okay, so let's paint the walls in that color. Painter, you can start work on that. Okay, it's gonna take you a month. Okay, just work. Structure, planning, slow and steady wins the race, while Uranus is like, let's go. North node of the moon, come on, let's go into a new future, I want to break free. It's happening. So you have to regulate this energy, because if you're going to be like, you're going to have a lot of uncomfortable situations in your personal life. Be careful. So, this is Monday, tomorrow. And now, before tomorrow, tonight, what is happening tonight, we have this beautiful energy tonight. And where are you, Venus? Venus, where are you? There you are, Venus. Lots of oming, people. Lots of oming. Deep breathing. With this professional service, believe me, there were so many things I wanted to do, but I went like, no. I'm not gonna degrade myself to that level. I can see what they want me to do. I'm not gonna give it to them. I'm gonna own my power, and I'm gonna take action in a revolutionary way. I'm just gonna give them what they give me. Nothing. And I'm just gonna go elsewhere. You know? Now, here we are tonight, and we are now at 9 p.m. And later on tonight at 2:36 a.m., so it's already now, we're having this Venus 25th degree in Cancer in 1 minute, trining Neptune 25th degree 1 minute of Pisces. This is beautiful. This is Neptune. Let's watch a movie. Let's listen to some music. Let's be creative. Let's make some drawings. Let's meditate. Let's imagine. Let's visualize. Let's connect with spirit. Let's kind of be creative and imaginative and, just something that we can enjoy. Venus in Cancer. Yes, something that makes me feel good, connect nice at home. Let's just hug on the sofa with a nice cup of chai and watch a nice movie. The movie of the coming days actually is kind of 50 Shades of Grey, and I will get there. But yeah, tonight is a really beautiful energy, so I hope you're enjoying our connection here. What we are doing here right now is connecting and sharing love and music and information about spirit and, fun stuff. Perla and Vel Sky, I'm so happy to see such beautiful activity on the chat room. It's really nice. Everyone else, feel free to join them. It's really nice to see all this activity. It's fun. Great fun. Sarah, welcome. Awesome. Share the love. That's one thing. You write so good. For you, it's just like, I just wrote so good. For me, it's like, this is great. I see Sarah. So good. Fantastic. I feel the love. Good stuff for me. Now, so this Venus and Neptune, it's this beautiful sweet pill, which also means notice your dreams tonight. There might be some messages here. Neptune, messages of spirit in Pisces, channeling into Venus about our love life, relationship, our job. Maybe we have some intuition, some intuitive messages, some gut feelings. about how to feel more emotionally secured, Venus in Cancer. So Venus rules all the Taurus archetypes we just spoke about. So Venus is the dispositor of the North Node, because Venus rules Taurus and the North Node is in Taurus. Whatever Venus is doing is relating to what the North Node is doing. And so this Mars Uranus North Node in Taurus this week is also directly connected to Venus in Cancer. She's searching for her place of nurturing, of emotional security. And Venus is love and sex and relationships and values and finance and investment and money and job and career and health, all these goodies. But Venus is not going to have an easy ride following this, because as Venus is doing this trine to Neptune, she is building up the opposition to Pluto. Now, this opposition to Pluto on the 26 degrees of Capricorn, it's the final opposition in 8-year cycle. So the next time we will have Venus in Cancer opposition to Pluto in Capricorn is going to be around 230 years from now, which will be long gone by then. So this is the final time of our life which we're going to experience Venus in Cancer opposition to Pluto in Capricorn. Why is that? Because Pluto will station direct in October, and he will leave into Pisces, hallelujah, on the 24th of March 2023. So that's 7 months from now. Pluto is gonna leave Capricorn after 15 years, 16 years in Capricorn since 2008. It's gonna leave in March 2023 into Pisces, but it's gonna station here right on the 0 degree, and then retrograde back into Capricorn for a grand finale. June it's gonna go direct, and in January 2024, 21st of January 2024, Pluto is moving to Aquarius, and the birth of the age of Aquarius is officially kicking in. So there's still a year and a half. There's still another year and a half for this Pluto in Capricorn concept, with a bit of a break in the middle. But this is important now. Pay attention to what you are processing right now in regards to your Venus. Love, money, sex, relationship, values, home, family, health, beauty, fashion, location, pleasures, quality of life, physical embodiment of life, sensuality, all those things. But if we take the main one, money, relationships, big thing of Venus, right? Money, relationship, health, values. Okay? In relationship, you include the intimacy, sexuality, sensuality, all those goodies. Those archetype of Venus are also the archetype of Taurus, where Uranus, Mars, North Node are. Big action over there. So, what are the events you had in the past week? And you can say even in the 2 weeks since the new moon. Since the new moon in Leo, we were feeling this Mars coming into the Uranus North Node. So think, from the new moon in Leo, what has been going on in your life in that department that is now coming to an opposition to Pluto for the final time in our lifetime. The opposition means that it's gonna be facing the shadows. It's a shadow walk aspect. It's like going to the shaman and looking into your subconscious patterns and into your shadows. And so and this is where the 50 Shades of Grey come into the picture. Because in 50 Shades of Grey, the whole concept there is that the man was trained by an older woman when he was younger to be a passive one, to her being dominant one. She taught him the whole teachings of submissive and domineering in a kind of a BDSM way in sexuality, although soft in that movie, but the concept is there. And then later on, when he grew up to be a man, he's the dominant one, and he's basically scouting women to be his submissives. And so it was interesting to see that, for me personally, the highlight in that movie was actually to expose the fact that the reason why he became that, which he exposed towards the end of the movie, is because he himself was used and abused by the older woman when he was a child, innocent, naive. And he was programmed and trained into that in a way that it completely obscured his perception of intimacy, love, relationship, to the point that as an adult man, a successful man, that's how he searches for relationship. That's how he searches for pleasure. And so Pluto rules power, control, the dark side, things around submission and control and dominating, and the dark secrets, the dark fantasies, the subconscious things. And Pluto rules sexuality, the ruler of Scorpio. Venus in Cancer, human feels connection. With Mars there with Uranus, what I'm trying to say is, if you are in a safe relationship with someone you can really trust, and you really feel safe with that person to that degree, this means that you could take this energy into exploration, into fantasy, into exploring a bit of that kind of shadow sides of yours that you didn't explore, want to explore, don't know how it feels like. And it can be as simple, and I'm not saying go and do it, I'm just saying for the people that it's safe and with trusted partners, because it can give insights and realizations and understanding into dynamic of power and control in your subconscious. So, examples for example, didn't you like that? I spoke to a lady friend last week that kind of shared with me some of her stuff that is going on in her life. It was quite interesting stories. And part of the story, she said she said that her partner was trying to force her to explore different things. And part of the things were okay, part of the things were not okay. And she knew the right place that it's okay and not okay, and she knew her own boundaries. And the things she said, I didn't mind being tied up. Now, what I'm trying to say is, it doesn't mean it's right for everyone, but it can help explore something, feeling, sensation, processes, if you're doing it with someone you can trust, and it's safe and it's sacred. It's done under Venus-Neptune, connection of love, sensual, beautiful, exploring things that we usually don't explore. But this is where the warning comes. These come in few days. They have this dark intensity into them. I will not recommend dating new people on this energy. I will not recommend Tinder, Bumblebee on this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because you may subconsciously attract someone that can actually use and abuse you. You may subconsciously attract someone that might have criminal addictions, violence tendencies, narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, manipulators, mind gamers, that kind of thing. That's the Pluto concept, opposition to Venus, because your Venus opposed Pluto, it's your wounding, your subconscious wounding is attracting this dynamic of power and control. So if you're in a safe place, trusting place, and honoring place, you can explore that in order to discover something about you that you're trying to understand. But if you're single, be very aware of what you attract. And if you are dating someone but suddenly it's going to places that are uncomfortable, don't feel safe, know your boundaries, don't go to places you can be used and abused. if suddenly someone from the past is trying to come back into you that you know they're not good for you, they used you in the past, abused you in the past, it may be attraction around those subjects, around like, oh, but I can explore that with her or with him, you know. Just be aware. So Venus trine Neptune, fantasy land galore. Dreaming is like, oh wow, he seems nice or she seems nice. I feel very attracted to her, or I feel very attracted to him. Suddenly you're going to an intimate situation. Suddenly it's like you're feeling used, you're feeling abused. Suddenly it triggers some deep things in you. Talking about this in an intimate way, but this could come out also in other ways, in your job place. If you are dealing with a narcissist in your work environment, or with some people who are control freaks in your family, in your dynamics, just be aware there's intensity involved. This is Monday into Tuesday. This is Monday, we're waking up. Monday is going to be an intense day. And at the same time, this is the day when Mars is squaring Uranus. And all this is building up to the full moon on Friday. So this is Monday, it's 9:20, I better get going. And I'm so dry today. KDM 07, late to the party. Love from Okinawa. Costa! Yasu Costa! I missed you, brother, so much. I love you, brother. I love you so much. Oh, send my love to your beautiful princess queen. Fantastic. Shalom, Ima. Shalom. All right, the family is growing. Okay, so be aware. Now, this also means be very cautious and conscious in your interactions, because this is dynamic of power. Pluto, power and control, and it's in Capricorn. You may be facing opposition. You're trying to find nurturing connections. You're trying to feel safe emotionally, but you may face opposition. It's in Capricorn. External forces beyond your control, authorities, legal system, law and order, police, government, bank, institutions, boss, organization, you know. And it's like Pluto is kind of like trying to control you and to overpower you and to abuse you in some way. So try to see, be like an investigator of shadow work. Try to see what does it come to show you. If you're in a relationship, this could also bring up issues of jealousy, possessiveness, suspicion. Is he cheating on me? Is she cheating on me? Who is he talking to? Who is she talking to? And then you feel like insecure, you don't feel safe, and you go into kind of like, oh, what's going on? What is she doing behind my back? What is he doing behind my back? So for you personally, the best way to overtake this energy is to go like, this is good. I want to sit with this. Why am I feeling jealous? Why am I feeling insecure? Why am I suspicious? Why am I jealous? Why am I envy? Why am I upset? Why am I attracting that kind of people? Why did I just attract that kind of person? Something in me, I must recognize. It's in my subconscious, it's in my unconscious, Pluto. I need to recognize it. It's the final opposition in our lifetime. So this is very important for us to try to see. And with Venus and Neptune, again, intuition, gut feeling, divine guidance. Like today I did a tarot card opening for myself, and I was like, far out. This is what I'm talking about. What a great reading I just got. I was like, yeah, baby. Amidst all my chaos, to get such an amazing spread, I was like, yeah. Now, the moon will be in Sagittarius, so very optimistic. It's like, oh wow, he's so hot, and he's so nice, and he's so kind. It's like, wow, it's kind of like he invited me already to his place, and suddenly you're in his bed already. And suddenly, like, the sex is becoming a bit too rough, and you don't know how to speak up, and suddenly you go like, do I like this? I'm just giving you examples. So this is also just be aware. Just be aware, and if issues of power and control are coming up in your relationships, and your relationships are awesome and amazing, then or loving or stable and good, doesn't have to be amazing. Everyone's challenged at the moment. But if you are in an amazing relationship or a good relationship, sit and talk about this. Like, I feel a bit jealous, or going to this vulnerable place of Venus in Cancer, if it's safe, if it's a safe relationship and a place you can grow together with love, connection. You're like, I just wanted to share with you, I really felt a bit insecure in the last few days with your behavior, a bit jealous. I mean, I don't really feel like I'm getting too much of your attention, but at the same time, I see how much attention you give that colleague and and it may be just me, but what do you have to say about that? What do you think about that? So you can have like conversations, that shadow war conversations between intimate partners. It's like, I feel like sometimes you're overpowering me. I really don't like when you speak to me like that, or when you say that to me. That kind of feels like you're controlling me, and that triggers my traumatic experience when I was a child, when my father or my mother or my uncle or this controlled me, and so you get what I'm saying. It can be very healing. Now remember, Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008, on the 26th of October 2008. So another thing to connect in the big scheme is like, since 2008 until now, what has been a theme in your life around forces beyond your control, authority figures, things around suppression, things around power and control, things around your trauma? Pluto is the lord of Shambhala, it's the underworld. So Pluto is kind of digging into every place of corruption, lack of integrity, abuse of power, abuse of sex, abuse of money, our deepest traumas, our deepest pain in regards to the authority, figures of authority, the structure of life, the karma. What is this freaking karma? What is this freaking intense karma that we all need to understand? Final opposition of Venus to Pluto tonight, tomorrow. What is it that we are being opposed by that is exposing some unconscious, subconscious shadow that we have been carrying for the nodes with Uranus and Mars, trying to break free from incarnations of incarnations? It's like this is all for the future. So it's like, we spoke about the dynamic of Uranus, Mars and the nodes. Now we're talking about this Venus and Pluto, and it's like so important. Now the conjunction of Venus and Pluto was on the 3rd of March 2022 this year, 5 months ago, on the new moon in Pisces. So you can take it to the 2008 as the big book, then take it into the chapter of 3rd of March until now, the last 5 months. They conjuncted, meaning that was the new moon, and now Venus did a half a cycle, and now Venus is opposing that. So the intention that was initiated on the new moon in Pisces in March is now coming to this full moon. The opposition that exposes what needs to move out, what needs to be released, what needs to be let go of in order to manifest the North Node Uranus Mars in Taurus, action, revolutionary action to break free, to revolutionize your physical life. And Taurus ruled by Venus, so it's directly linked. Fascinating. And now at the same time Mars rules Saturn, so it's like, be responsible, take action, but be responsible. You may feel like you want to go and change it now, but then suddenly you're being held back, and this held back may resonate with your abuse or your trauma or your pain, and then these subconscious emotions, feelings come up, bubbling up. And at the same time, Sun is in the center of Leo. It goes like, be you, be who you always wanted to be the royal self, be authentic, be real, wear your heart on your sleeve, let your soul shine in its divine light. Mercury is in Virgo. It's like, do the walk. Come on, organize your life, pay attention to the details. Mercury in Virgo, it's ruling Virgo. Mercury is home. And Virgo is earth sign. It's like, let's take off business. Let's organize the paperwork. Let's get the contracts done. Let's study. Let's research. Let's prepare all the plan. Let's actually really look at it, you know? Let's talk down to earth in a very purified, detoxed way. Virgo, Mercury. Oh. Let's move a day forward. And then Venus opposition, that's good. And then the day after, also Mercury, Jupiter. Oh yeah, at the same time we've got Mercury, 5th degree, and then Mercury goes very fast. Mercury moves into the 8th degree. Let's take Mercury to the 8th degree. There we go. Tuesday evening, where is Venus? Mars is on the 23 degrees, so you're breaking out of the Saturn. Okay, it's still there, 40 minutes away, but still they're breaking out of Saturn square. Okay, Mars and Uranus North Node are still together, and the Sun moved to 16 degrees Leo. Venus is now on the 27 degrees, so she's breaking out of the opposition. It's still there. It's like, while Venus is coming off the exact conjunction to Pluto, opposition, but it's still happening. Mercury on the 8th degree is doing a trine to Jupiter. So Jupiter is retrograding, so it may feel like there's this. Why is it not happening? Why am I not getting what I want? Why am I not getting the rewards I want? And with Mercury in Virgo, it's like it's kind of like, let's pay attention. Let's pay attention. Let's pay attention to the details. It's like we will learn what we need to learn from this. There is wisdom involved in this, and the gifts and the rewards will come. But just let's pay attention to the details. Let's just keep on doing the good work, the hard work. Don't give up, keep on doing it. Mars with Jupiter as well. Mars is also doing a kind of a sextile to Jupiter. So it's a bit of an interesting kind of dynamic of like, is it happening, is it not happening? And that's the dynamic of August. Is like Uranus like, let's go, break free, I take action now, boom. Saturn's like, hold on. This dynamic of like, irresistible urge to break free, with the Saturn's like holding you back. It's like, hey, tune in. My mom is asking if it's the perfect time to change job. Yes. Can, Ima, can. It's the perfect time to change the grief spot. Would you recommend working with clients tomorrow? We can't avoid the challenge, the grief spot. You avoid the client, you'll face your neighbor. You'll avoid your neighbor. We can't hide from the energy. The idea is like, notice that the reason why you ask that question, that is already hinting you a subconscious fear. That's how amazing it is. Why do you say to yourself like, oh, so am I safe working with my clients? Now sit with that. That is your treasure. Sit with that which you just felt, which made you ask that question. It's like, whoa, what is that about? Why do I think that I won't be capable of facing my clients? Interesting. What kind of action do I need to take in order to be ready for that? What about before I leave home? I will do the Venus with Neptune. I will invoke an intention. What I said to that girl in that restaurant that she was afraid from that druggie that were arresting her on SMSs, I told her, hey baby, I am safe and protected. Vroom. I surround myself in a golden sphere of light that keeps me safe and protected from any external energies that do not belong to me. Vroom. One moment of visualization. I'm pulling it out, live, out of my pockets. Black tourmaline, baby. Black tourmaline, baby. When you need protection from negativity, from anything, black tourmaline is your baby. You know, so what actions can you take in order to break free? Because this opposition is about like, I have to get what this is about. 2008 until now, it's freaking 15 years, 14 years that I'm going through this thing that is now in the next year and a half coming to an end. We're in the crescendo of it in the big picture. And then since March, I've put some seed and now I'm kind of reaping the fruit of it. It's like, this is the final opposition in my lifetime of Venus in Cancer. I need to understand here something. So hopefully it helps. The 50 Shades of Grey unfolding. Oh, what do you do for a living, the grief spot? That's the first question I needed to ask you. What do you do for a living? It's a real question, actually. Give me a hint so I understand. If you don't want to say specifically what it is, just give me what kind of job is that so I understand how to tailor my answer. But then we go to Tuesday. My God, 9:36. That's good going. So we spoke about this Mercury. Then what comes? Then Mars comes to the hypnotherapy. Wow, that could actually be fascinating and amazing, because hypnotherapy deals with the unconscious and the subconscious mind. So you could actually help clients achieve the most amazing revelations. Honestly, you just need to be in a service of love and make sure you're doing responsible work. So Mars squaring Saturn, be very responsible in your job. Do things by the right protocol. Make sure everything is safe. Everything is by the plan. Responsible, due diligence. And then take them through the process. And I believe that this can expose amazing, amazing healings for people. Don't take it just as bad. But also be careful if you get signs that that specific client, you don't want to dig too deep in that spot because you can see they're a bit funny. Just trust your gut and your intuition. Yeah, Tov, Yofi, my Yofi. I'm just giving my mom some strength for changing jobs. Mars, Uranus, North Node. You don't like it? Change it. You don't like that partner? How long are you gonna wait? Until another abuse, and another abuse, and another abuse, and another call naming, and another... Get out of there. How long are you gonna stay in that job with that narcissist bitch that is your boss? What? But I need to pay my bills. Okay, so pay your bills. But at the end of the day, being in this abusive dynamic in your job place is gonna demand all your money, all the income you make is gonna go to psychologists and therapy for years to come. Why don't you trust the universe a bit more and value yourself and just do what you need to do to be in a place of value? I fired in a silent treatment, same way I was treated, this professional server that I paid thousands of dollars to. Out of my life, mate. I don't deserve this shit. Just get out. I don't care you have 100 years experience in your whatever. Get fucked. I'm going there. Hey, great vibe. Let's go. Boom. You'll be amazed that once you do the change, suddenly, once you close that door to that place that you're not valued, you don't like it, you're not happy, it's not what you want, you're being abused or mistreated, Last week I showed you that. Once you close that door and you just dare to take that courageous action, boom, boom, the door is open. Suddenly there's a flow. So with your job, with your home, with your relationships, with your life, it's your freaking life. Live your life. Leo moon, Leo season. It's your life, your royal soul life. Perla just posted a love heart and it was held for review. I needed to approve of it. I was like, what's the problem with the love heart? I don't know. Okay, so then we move into the 11th And this is the build-up. This week we are building up to the full moon. Okay, so notice that all this energy, this Venus-Pluto, very intense. Okay, and then from the Venus-Pluto, we are building up now. Pay attention, Sun 16 in Leo, Uranus 18 in Taurus. We are building up the square between Sun and Uranus, and this is freaking intense. Sun is also aligning with Chiron, so the wound is coming up, right? So Venus-Pluto exposes something subconscious, unconscious, in love, relationship, sexuality, dynamic. But it's not just bad, remember, it's also good. You can explore something deeper. You can go deeper, sit with feelings, sit. Why am I insecure? Why am I jealous? Why am I obsessive? Why am I suspicious? Why am I afraid? Why am I intimidated? Why did I manifest that person? Why did I manifest that sexual experience? Why am I afraid of asking for that kind of sexual experience that I want? Interesting. Sit with the feeling, because it will help you understand what is going on there. It's in the subconscious, unconscious. Meditate with that. Now, then the sun comes, then we got Mars with Neptune. Where's Mars? 23, Neptune 24, so one more day forward. Let's move forward. Mars. Wow, I knew that this love story will go many places. We're only gonna be able to cover 1 week this time. So we're moving forward into the 11th of August, the build up to the full moon. Oh, what's important to know? Yeah, what's important to know? As Venus, yes. Venus, where are you, baby? 28 degrees. Venus is coming to the critical end degrees of Cancer, building up to this full moon. So it's the most sensitive, emotional place. Is she safe? Is she not safe? Is she feeling nurtured? Connection? Ooh, Venus, she may feel very insecure after she faces Pluto. All the things coming up, all the stuff coming up for the purge and the healing. Just a second. The purge and the healing of the last 15 years and the last 5 months and the last thousands of years. It's kind of like, wow, we are birthing a new age. We're going through the galactic disc. It's like, wow. She's coming to the 28 degrees of Cancer, and then what happens? The moon comes into Capricorn, into Pluto. So while she's breaking out of Pluto, the moon rules Cancer. So Venus is in the house of the moon, opposing Pluto. As the moon enters Capricorn, Venus will be in opposition to Pluto as the moon enters Capricorn, and as Venus is breaking out, still there, the moon comes and we are really feeling it. So it's not just Tuesday, it's not just Monday night into Tuesday, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday full moon. It's all this week. One massive shadow walk, one massive healing, one massive breakthrough, one massive eventful action-oriented week. So the moon comes on top of Pluto here on Wednesday night, the 10th, right? And at the same time, Mars 2403, Neptune 2458. So Mars is sextile Neptune, and this is kind of like acting on the dream, acting on the fantasy. It can also be good because you actually might have very karmic interaction, soulmate karmic interaction concept, but you just have to be careful that you're attracting the conscious karmic soulmate and not the subconscious, unconscious, shadow-based karmic soulmate, because you don't want that anymore. You want something new. You want to break free from past experiences. So Mars comes with Neptune. So you see, it can be like light and it can be shadow. It can be like both of them. Mars with Neptune, you can act Mars in Taurus, physical sex, intimacy, sensual. With Neptune, fantasy, connection, love. Yummy. So if you have a good partner, safe partner, wow, awesome, sensual action, lovemaking. It doesn't have to be rough and tough and full on. It can be like exploring some sensual exploration in bed in a safe way. It can even be just exploring fantasy. That usually you don't know how to express a fantasy in your intimate relationship, and just by you allowing yourself to speak vocally a fantasy, and you break through so many insecurities and self-judgment and self-restrictions and things that disempower you, Pluto, because you're not supposed to do such a thing. But if you are in a good relationship, safe container, someone you can trust and want to explore further, Bob is your uncle, as they say in Australia. Nancy is your auntie. So and then basically we're moving one day forward into the 11th, and the 11th Thursday it's starting to feel really intense because the moon kicks into Aquarius. And as the moon kicks into Aquarius, who rules Aquarius? Uranus. North node of the moon is now 1 degree away from Uranus, so they are still conjunct, but it's starting to break, but they're still conjunct. So as the moon enters Aquarius, we are starting to feel in this electric energy of Uranus Aquarius, of anything can happen, what's going on, woohoo, nervous activity. This just like buzz, 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 buzz. It's a full moon rising. It's kind of like, ooh, things are coming up after all this week with Venus, Pluto. Wow. At the same time, it's like Venus, here is Mars 2440 in the sextile with Neptune. So you can act upon this dream, act upon fantasy, not just in sexual way. You see, you can turn this energy for you. If you master your power, and if you master your strength, and the Mars concept in Taurus, the fire, the action, wants to break free, wants to rebel, wants to revolutionize your life, and you actualize it to take action, to dive into your shadow walk, into your Venus and Pluto, is like feeling it in order to realize it, to understand it, to transcend it. Pluto is the agent of transformation and evolution. Pluto doesn't take you into the underworld to leave you there. Pluto takes you to the underworld so you can rise like the phoenix. Let me fix the Mamritanya mantra. And so the idea is like, if you will take the action to become aware of your unconscious and subconscious, and do not fall down the trap to react, to explode, to argue, to expose your ugly face, because there is a high potential for that. High potential. So you have to be very aware of yourself and very aware of your urges, because as the Sun square Uranus here, 1847, 1850, this is Thursday night, and it's the build up towards that, Sun square Uranus. Guess where I am on that day? You don't want to know. I'm in the Capricorn party on that day, when the Sun square Uranus. And so, Sun in Leo, I wanna be who I wanna be, I wanna live my life, I wanna sing my song, I wanna act my role, I wanna do my thing, this is my kingdom, my life, my journey. And it's squaring Uranus in Taurus. It's like, yeah, I wanna do it now. Now! Rebel, break free, do what I wanna do, I'm just taking... So as soon as someone is gonna come opposing you, Pluto, Venus, and now Venus is already on the 29th degree of Cancer, it's like really, really the need to act for your home, for your emotional security, for your nurturing life, for your connection. As the Taurus, like North Node and Uranus is like, yeah, and Mars is with Neptune. I have to take action for my dream, to actualize my dream, to actualize my fantasy. And with the Sun and square in Uranus is like, if someone will try to hold you back or to put you down or something like that, expect the unexpected, Uranus. It's a square, it's a challenge. So something in your physical reality may suddenly maybe challenge you, your ability to be the Leo, the shining bright, the speaking up, the da. It's a square. But if you will overcome that, a square is the challenge we need to overcome in order to have a breakthrough. Manage yourself correctly. Don't abuse your power. Don't let them tease you into reaction. Don't let them bring that out of you. Suddenly, you're taking a revolutionary action and you're changing the way you hold yourself. You're changing the way you embody yourself. So this Leo gate, Lion season is, can you embody the royal self? The royal self doesn't need to burn, kill, call names, be upset, explode, be angry, get hurt. The royal self knows who it is. It doesn't need any external forces, people, to tell him he's good or not good, beautiful, not beautiful, sexy, not sexy, attractive, not attractive, right, wrong, true, false. The royal Leo knows. Mars in Taurus, sustained power, sextile Neptune, for your dream, act for your dream. Uranus North Node, break free into the future destiny that is calling you. And then the Sun in Leo square in Uranus is kind of like break through the challenge. And so it's important to be flexible, open-minded, because if you'll be Taurus rigid, no, this is how I want it to be, I'm actualizing on my dream and my dream is exactly like that, then you're gonna basically face something that will challenge it and you may explode. Instead, be open-minded, be flexible, reinvent yourself, Uranus. And so as the Sun square Uranus, the Moon enters Aquarius and the hours are passing into the full moon in Aquarius. 1921 degrees Aquarius, the moon. 1921 degrees Leo, the sun. Friday at 11:36 a.m. So Friday is gonna be a full moon day at work, out there in the streets. Everyone is gonna be feeling a lot of things. And it's gonna be a lot of electricity in the air. And it's going to be a lot of nervous system activity, a lot of sudden unexpected things, people behaving like that out of nowhere, people feeling all kind of things, people. Uranus rules people, the world. Aquarius rules people, the world. So it's the world that may challenge you. May be good, you may be doing a great job this week and suddenly come Thursday, Friday, and the world is challenging you. And if we take it to the collective, many things can happen in the world, put it like that, suddenly out of nowhere. Now it's a very intense full moon because, remember what I said, everything is squaring Uranus and then it's opposing or squaring Saturn. And so the Sun was squaring Uranus and it's still. Uranus North Node, 1817 here, Sun 19, Moon 19, so they are both squaring Uranus North Node. So this full moon in Aquarius, it's squaring the ruler of Aquarius, Uranus, in Taurus with the North Node. This week is gonna bring up a lot of things for us all. A lot of things are gonna come up that we must recognize, we must identify, we need to be open-minded, flexible, we need to know the changes are coming for all of us if we like it or not. And if we'll just be open and own our power and just guide it in the best way we can. And, breaking free. But the full moon, remember, this is a full moon post the new moon in Leo 2 weeks ago. So what were your intentions 2 weeks ago, a week ago now, by Friday it will be 2 weeks. What were your intentions on the Leo new moon? Then now we are coming to the full moon in Aquarius of the letting go and the purge and release in order to allow those intentions to really take place. And it's squaring Uranus North Node in Taurus, so it's kind of like it's challenged by your future calling for a revolutionary new future, new physical existence, realization, relationship, sex, money, finance, all these things I spoke about. And within a few hours, while the full moon is still happening, then the moon, so it's conjunct Saturn. The moon is conjunct Saturn, and it's squaring Uranus. So Saturn is restricting and holding back. You may feel restricted. You may be restricted by something in your life. It may make you feel like, you wanna go with Uranus North Node. You wanna just do what you wanna do. With Leo Sun and Aquarius North Node, I wanna be who I am and I wanna do what I wanna do. But then the moon with Saturn is like, sorry, you can't. You have to do that first. So this full moon intentions around releasing and letting go of people, Aquarius. People, relationships with external people in your life that are not really serving your future Taurus. They are not really serving your Leo, your royal self, as you are creating your future Taurus, your new physical reality, your real relationships that you want to value from now on, your intimacy, your sexuality, your finances, your job, your career. It's like this purge that we must do on this full moon is directly linked and challenged by the Uranus future destiny. And so it must happen. It's very, very interesting. The other interesting thing to understand is that notice how the moon is conjunct Saturn. This 18 degrees is going to become more and more interesting because Mars North Node Uranus conjunction was on the 18 degree. Then the full moon is squaring this 18 degree. Then the square between Saturn and Uranus, then Uranus is stationing retrograde on the 24th of August. Let me take you there quickly. Where are you? There you are. There is Uranus stationing retrograde 24th of August on the 18 degree. And by then Saturn is on the 21 degree, closing in on it. And the square between Saturn and Uranus, there you go. They're closing in really tight, really tight. 18 degree. Saturn, 18 degree. Uranus, 18 degree. So this 18 degree concept that is happening right now, it's very, very important. And the Leo new moon also squared Uranus on this 18 degree. So the Leo new moon squared this 18 degree. Then Mars North Node Uranus conjunction 18 degree Taurus. Then the full moon is squaring this 18 degree. Then Uranus stationing retrograde on this 18 degree. Then Saturn will square Uranus for the final fourth time after all 2021 on this 18 degree. And this is only happening in October. So pay attention to this process. It's a big process. It's not going to end on this full moon. It's from now into the next coming months, but this new moon showed us the action that we must take. Now this full moon is showing us the challenge of what we need to release and let go. And then it will unfold further and further into the next weeks of astrology, basically. Pay attention. Reminding you again, if you have any planets in your birth chart on the 18 degree zone Taurus, you are extremely feeling it. Same if you have any planets on 18 degree Scorpio in the opposition of it, you are definitely feeling it. And then in the cross of it of the Leo Aquarius. So if you have Leo Aquarius kind of oppositions also, planets in Leo Aquarius, then you're feeling it too. 18 degrees. So full moon this Friday. Let's go back to now. This Friday. Boom, boom, boom. full moon this Friday at, what was that? 9, 12, 19, 21. 1921. Oh, too much. There you go. Friday, 11:35 a.m., full moon in Aquarius. It's gonna be an interesting week, family. Lots of oming, lots of shadow walk, deep walk, intimacy in safe way. Pay attention to what you attract into your life. See what it shows you. Pay attention to your desires, your hidden fantasies, your subconscious things. Pay attention to archetypes of abandonment, rejection, jealousy, betrayal, cheat, suspicion. This is a week of important deep work. Very important deep work. Like really, really important. Be very safe with the people you choose to interact with. If you are dating, if you are single, be extra cautious this week, please. Take care of yourself. Be safe. And don't let the world trigger you. It will. The word can trigger you, but you don't have to be triggered. That's the key. The word will trigger you, but you don't have to be triggered. Sleep on that one. Thank you so much, family. Thank you to our Patreon community for the support. If you want to join our Patreon community, patreon.com/healingdelight, the community will get the wow, Thursday is gonna be a big day for me. I want to say Thursday night. It's gonna be a big day for me, so I hope I could deliver that. Actually, it will be good for me. Good luck for me on Thursday. I sure hope I will be able to act on my dreams, Mars sextile Neptune, with the Sun square Uranus, to face the challenges and break free into my new future, my new destiny. And I wish that for each and every one of you as well. So yeah, thank you to the Patreon community for the support, and thank you all for being here with me tonight. Chat room. Okay, would you recommend? Oh, we spoke about that. Yeah, cool. Hey Kate, hello, awesome, my pleasure. Steven, hello brother, good to feel you. Thank you for your love, brother. Always my pleasure. Carrie, my pleasure. Dana, my pleasure. Monkey Magic, much love. I know this name, I forgot who it is, but I know this name. Thank you, Carrie, that's beautiful of you. Thank you. And by the way, the next sound healing meditation in physical reality is on the 20th of August in Here Yoga, Malvan. So if you want to come and see me face to face and receive the sound healing in physical form, Saturday the 20th of August at Here Yoga in Malvan with beautiful Sarah. I will be very happy to see some of you there and to take you on a healing journey. It's going to be quite interesting energy back then already when we get to the sound healing. But the sound healing for the full moon will be posted on Patreon on Thursday night for our community. If you want to receive it, join us there. But join us anyway, because we have an awesome community. I love you all so much. And I want to end with a very, very beautiful song of a beautiful sister named Nessie Gomez. And she wrote a song about how we're all related. To just enforce the vibrations of love over fear. Venus facing Pluto. Love over fear. And realize what kind of fear is preventing us from experiencing the love that we want. Healing, revolutionary, breaking free purge full moon. With a very deep penetrating Venus opposition to Pluto. With a very challenging breaking free of Sun square Uranus. It's gonna be quite a week, and the coming months is just a continuous build-up. So get used to it, get going with it. We can do it. We can get through this. Love you so much, family. Let me put the Mauritania mantra off. Peace, love, happiness, and lots of yummy good food to eat. Taurus is also important. Listen to the lyrics.
I crossed over.
Love you. Love you.
Anxious spirit, lost my knowing, confused senses, ancient voices, spill the secrets, taking footsteps without mother, all related, broken hearted, no more darkness. With this love, we are related in love. Give me strength in this love. We are related in love. Give me strength in this love.
We need a lot of love in this world, family. Let's spread the love wherever we go. Spread the love. Don't entertain the fear. Spread the love. Be the love. We are love. Have a loving, healing week. I love you.